When someone says they want to take me out for my favorite meal, I'm like, oh, where do we start with this one? So let me not pinpoint one thing. Let me say generally the kind of food I enjoy.
Yeah.
I don't do sugar, so sugar free. I'm trying to be lactose free because I don't have very good tolerance for lactose, but I'm not succeeding. So coffee remains very central to my diet. I actually don't do anything important before I've had coffee. I don't read, I don't speak to anybody before I have had coffee. So the first thing I do every morning is have coffee. I would say if you put chicken in it, most likely I will eat it. There's no combination or variation of chicken I don't like. But I tend to be on the leaner side of things. I like vegetables. I like fruits. I like white meat. So I don't do sugar. I don't do wheat. I try and reduce dairy. So anything that is healthy, wholesome, I am likely to be in. And I love smoothies. Oh my goodness, I love smoothies. But veggie smoothies or fruit smoothies. So my favorite one is blueberry smoothies or grape smoothies. I put everything in my smoothie. Oh my goodness. So I have one of those smoothies where you put peanuts, oats, fruit, yogurt. But it's just wholesome goodness. Because I believe you are who you eat, what you eat. So whatever you put in your body, eventually it will show. So I don't have a favorite go-to thing, but if it's healthy, if it's wholesome, I'm likely to be in it. I'm very partial to Indian food, I have to say. There is not a city where I haven't tried to find an Indian food restaurant. I'm very close to Indian people generally as well. Enlightened self-interest. They'll always cook for you. So I'm very partial. If I had to choose a kind of cuisine that, if I had to eat one kind, it would be that, Indian, for sure. But generally, I tend to be on the more wholesome, healthy kind of thing. Yeah.
In moments of adversity, how do you build yourself up?
Wow. Okay. So I think this one is very, very personality driven. So I'll speak to it in connection to my personality because I think a lot of how we deal with life is very personality oriented. So as a melancholic choleric, which is my primary temperament and my secondary temperament, I tend to be, I'm a perfectionist generally. I like things a certain way. I'm structured, I'm ordered, but I also struggle with not reaching those standards mentally, and it's very easy for me to get depressed. So one of the things that I have learned to do, because I think a huge part of what I see as adversity, for most people is not adversity, because it's all in my head. One of the things that I've learned to do is try and debunk fact from fiction. So if I feel I'm really, really failing in life, which is not uncommon, I try to be around people who know me and who can tell me, Lucy, this is a fake crisis, come on. But I think a huge part of overcoming crisis is also knowing it's not the end. This is not the worst thing that will ever happen to you. So I like to tell myself, this is not the worst thing that has ever happened, nor is it the last time you will face adversity. So you can't move at this one for too long. But it really helps to be around people who can help you navigate it, but can also help you fact check and just help you to see that you are making a bigger deal of it than it actually is.
That's true.
But a huge part of it is just grounding. I've been through turbulence in my life, and the one thing that has kept me grounded, I think, is just knowing God. Knowing that the place of God in my life is never going to change. The love of God never changes. No matter what else happens around me, that core doesn't change. That really helps me to navigate difficult times and to know that God is with me. No matter what it looks like or feels like, this too shall pass. I think that grounding and having the right company really helps me to navigate those moments.
What would you say has been your most rewarding accomplishment in life so far?
Wow. Okay. I don't know if this is an accomplishment, but I really am surrounded by the most wonderful human beings on the planet. Honestly, I have really fantastic friends, and I don't think it's something I could have crafted. I think God has given me the benefit of connecting with really amazing people. And so a lot of the things that I get to do, a lot of the opportunities I get are just because friends recommend me and push me towards things.
Yeah.
And I honestly think it is my greatest asset. It's not anything I could have done. I don't have anything I can quantify and say, I'm amazing at this. But I believe being surrounded by people who are constantly growing, constantly improving, and constantly pulling you up is the biggest asset I have right now. So in terms of career accomplishment, I don't think I have yet to do something that I think is monumental.
Yeah.
But I honestly believe my greatest asset, association. Yeah.
What would you say has been the hardest and the most important lesson that you have learned in life?
Wow. As a melancholic, as a melancholic choleric, I think the hardest thing is learning I can't control everything. You can't be all things to all men. There will still, I heard something somewhere and I said, this is so for me. Even if you lie flat and people walk all over you, they'll still complain you're not flat enough. They'll always, you're not for everybody.
Yeah.
And so I can't, no matter how well-meaning, and as a perfectionist, we tend to want to do all things for all people and be liked by all people. I think realizing that no matter what I do, I can't control the outcome was the hardest lesson, but also a liberating lesson. That then means if someone rejects my idea or rejects what I have to offer, not personal. So I have this 75-25% rule. If you reject me or what I have to offer, I'm like, you're my 25%. It's okay. It doesn't matter anyway. Let me focus on the 75%. So that I don't fixate on what I can't control, but thrive with what I'm able to do well and move with that. But learning to let go of control is a lesson I'm still learning. Let me not say I have conquered that one, but it's something I'm still learning. Yeah.
Has your definition of success changed with the growth of your career? Has it changed in terms of what you think success is in relation to career?
Absolutely. When I started, I have had the benefit of working in places where I am one of few women or one of the youngest in the room. And so I thought the most important thing for getting ahead is to prove yourself. So be the first in the office, be the last to leave. And when I began my career, that's what I did. In all of the places I've worked, they'll tell you I was always the first one in the office or first after the cleaner, depending on which office it was. I thought the most important thing for success was technical capacity. So be the best person in the room. But I've come to realize that for most people, the most important thing is how you make them feel. So most people are very much about what's in it for me. When you work in an organization, my employer here, the most important thing for me is bottom line. Am I delivering on what their strategic plan is? So learning to respond to what people want or what they need, I think is a bigger marker of success for me than technical expertise. And even in all of these 5 areas, when I think about it, to be successful in relationships, you have to sacrifice. Relationships are give and take. So to be successful in that area, it can't be about what do I want. It's what do people need from me. So all of the thriving relationships I have are about how best do I serve you. When it comes to money as well, one of the things I've learned about money is, of course, relationships provide access to opportunity. But I've also learned that if you master the skills, the principles that are relevant for success in that area, then you achieve success. So no matter how good I am as a lawyer, if I don't understand the skills around making money, growing money, keeping money, me being a good lawyer does not make me automatically financially successful. So understanding the value of relationships, but also the principles that are responsible for success in each of these arenas, I think is what has shifted my understanding of success. I now know at its core, success is about value. It's what you bring to the table. It's about problem solving. And so now I'm not just concerned about being the best in terms of skill. I'm concerned about being the one that offers the greatest value. Being the person that can be banked on to solve problems for people. Because that becomes then the key to accessing more opportunity, more responsibility. So definitely my definition of success has changed vastly over the last 12 years that I've been working.